morning, sir.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Hello, Dr. Yeah. Hello, sir. How are you? Came to check. Because work has started.
Yes, sir.
Madam. Commission, have you? Yes, sir. They are not appointed that you are fired, so yes, sir. Let's go upstairs. Thank you. Your chairperson.
We have an interview going on in Magodo. So they are here with distribute ourselves. Some are here and some are here. Yes, sir. Look back.
Get ahead of us. Okay. Eka chairman's office here, but camera is over here. We're hoping that the commission members will have received us here, because I mean they are not there are 5 commission members.
5, including the chairman.
They are all pamphlets.
Yes, these are all pamphlets. Yes, I took it.
We are conducting interviews right now. That must continue to run strategy for the public service itself. And sure commission members are always alive to their responsibilities. These are things that affect, people's progressions and Hello,
Very good move.
how are you? How are you doing? Because of social development. You are the only one. You are the only one. So this block is branded for and that's why we said that we need to listen. It's not about we thinking with what is required. We listening and knowing that this is what they say it was. It's about going to important things. Thank you. Well done. Well done.
You're welcome to my office, sir.
So sorry, Tony.
Sir?
How are you?
I'm very
This man looks like a face that I know, but I don't know. What's your name?
That's Mrs. Jayola.
Jayola.
She's the Director of Social Welfare.
Social Welfare. You see, man, to go. It's not a joke. So,
A joke.
so this is your chance. Somewhere in Badagry, somewhere they're meant to be doing another one in Lekki. Anyway, they all have it all around. And so they are meant to be not just sporting facilities, but to have a bit of youth engagement there, but targeted more like sports, for them, because that's really what they want in that space. But you are right, sports work directly with the commission. So they used to just report to the commissioner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yours is youth
and social development.
Social development, all of our homes.
All the homes,
right.
all the centers. We have 2 homes that are for drug-dependent individuals. One in Isheri, and then the Tajuddin Olusi in Aja. We have Majidu. Majidu is massive. We have Majidu. We have Owutu. It's also a vocational training center. Isheri also has a vocational training center there as well. Then we have the old people's home. We have children homes.
How about 10 for girls? How about
In total, we have 15, sir.
15?
Yeah. He's graduating from University of Ife next year.
homes?
Yes, sir. He's been in the home from since 2014. He's graduating next year from. So
a lot of people don't know that
massive.
you know government also pay a lot of social
Yes.
what's that? Social responsibility.
Yes.
To make sure that we keep all of those homes. I have a couple of thousands there. How many?
In Majidun, as we speak, is 1,200 for the men.
1,000.
Yes,
But it's
it's overstretched.
So
It
how
would be
do
nice
we,
if you can visit it. Sir.
how would you reconcile that with what we're trying to build at
There's a difference. That's a hospital.
but it also must have
It's a
It's a
hospital.
hospital.
And so one of the things that I hear too is that some are meant to be in a more clinical environment.
Yes,
just leaving them
that's
in just a home. Some needs to be
because we
in
don't
an
have
environment. Yeah,
That's
they
right.
also then manage those cases.
Yeah.
And we have doctors.
because we
have
need to be able to separate.
We have doctors who
them.
yes.
We have doctors, we have nurses, we have psychologists that talk to them, we have counselors in Majidun.
So yes, so that place is also supposed to have like a rehab center or something.
Yes, sir. It's supposed to also be able to hold some patients.
But not for the same purposes. So whilst this is for people being picked on the streets, vulnerable in the society, indigents, that place is not particularly designed only for indigents. And so it will then
Specific
be
cases of
exactly. So drug users, people who need that level of treatment. It is a medical facility strictly.
So how to improve your youth component, not social.
One of the things, just like you said downstairs, what we do, we engage them constantly, because it's not what we want them to do, so we ask them. We ask them what they would like to do, and one of the things that they suggested for us is to have a digital unit in the ministry, because after the presidential elections, we actually constituted a tweet gang. That was the name we gave to it, and what they were doing was bombarding the social media networks with things that you and the administration have done in terms of youth development. And we want to continue that because we realize that a lot of Lagosians don't know what we do when it comes to the youth.
We don't get overwhelmed with the numbers.
No.
It's a lot. Are we reaching out everywhere?
Yes, sir, we are trying to, but another thing that we found out is that we recycle
The same people.
the same people. So,
So it's a case of access. The same set of people that have access to government that benefit from everything that we're doing all the time.
exactly.
Because they know the circle.
Yeah.
So one of the things we need to be able to reach out to a wider audience. So that every time there are new people, there are new set of people there, so that we don't recycle the same set of
Set
people.
of people and remove that political.
Yes.
On the throne.
Yes, on the
So when you say political, is it? Did you get this engagement from the political
It's the honorable commissioners
prerogative? Who take it political?
tailor it
Tint it.
in that way. Meanwhile, if she's strong enough, she can hold it down. But if she's overriding, then it will then be overrun and be used for different other purposes that are not designed for it.
We need to be able to reach out.
But more important, I think the youth centers, in addition to what you said downstairs, need that collaboration with private sector to expand and grow. So they are all prototypes that are not meeting today's
Needs.
needs.
Yes.
Okay.
Koneko is probably the only one that
Koto
needs it.
Mwamole.
There's one thing I want to stress.
And you know you have passion for this.
Yes.
Yes, but the reason why is I get too many.
Feedback.
Yeah, I get feedback, and I have to always interfere in them getting. I want, if you can, first line their homes, orphanages, and go to their own.
Yeah.
Because we're building, that is important for us, because we're building a lot of
Those can go there.
So just in line with the first line, because the drugs.
They're drugs.
The drugs from Majidu, it's always.
So that's the problem I have. If it is just a vulnerable, indigent person that we're just taking care of and we're sending to schools, right? The drug component of it are the things that's why we were building that place. Because the moment and don't even tell you what you have so many directors. That madam downstairs. They took the light now. That's fire. So product of
and then the short-term training as well.
So that's what I said. I need like to think. Some of these things are so we might not be able to carry that up. But we need to identify private sector, some of these multilateral UNDP support. So that is the work of the future. Things on community, things on renewables, you know, they want that financial liberty. You know, sometimes some of these things don't give them all. They might not be.
Most of these are actually not targeted at the youth. It's more of the
elderly
women.
Lots
of them
yeah,
are widows.
I can understand those ones. Yeah, and those ones. But for the youth who are native, they will not. They will not be completely fulfilled. Because they've seen what their cares are, you know, what they're doing. You know.
My governor, my husband governor, my deputy.
Good afternoon. Youth ambassador. You came to your ministry. Where are you going Governance now, right? And I just want to come in and see what the environment looks like, and to also solicit and seek your commitment that we double up all of our efforts. Economic planning is such a very, very strong tool. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Just take for 2 minutes here. Well done. No, sit down. Sit down. Resilience office, which is a new addition. Where is the lady? Where is the doctor? Daniel. That's what I call CRO. Chief Resilience Officer. That was Chief Risk Officer. Because resilience is also risk. Yes. You know, it's risk in another explanation. Right? It's your ability to be able to withstand shock, right, and be able to mitigate it that they're all trying, you know, to do. How are you, madam?
Very well, thank you, sir.
How well are we responding to shocks?
Not as well as we would like, but we are responding. We can do better.
Everywhere can do better. The world can do better.
Exactly.
Nigeria can do better. And the world numbers are not good, so we cannot give up on ourselves.
Definitely.
Right? And how well are we also adapting to climate issues and the rest of it?
We are adapting, but we can do more. One thing that is there are a number of things that we've identified that needs to be modified in the way we do things. So now we're saying that there needs to be an institutional way of doing things right now, and not just us going back to flood-proof, for instance, schools that we are already built. So it's better for us to start building that way now. Exactly. So future-proofing now.
So that we don't need to come back to the place.
Exactly.
It will cost a bit more, yes, but it probably will last a long time. Yes. Which also some of the things we've talked about in WAPA and youth. getting the work of the future, right? Being able to adapt to the reality of what our future holds and respond to it, accordingly. You are going on one foreign course or something very soon, or you've gone and come back.
I haven't.
I saw one approval that you were meant to be doing one.
I haven't.
Seriously?
Yes.
I saw it
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago. That's long ago. Your former commissioner did not share with you or something. I saw something.
Recently, for a long time.
No, like a week or two.
No, I haven't.
But there's something. There's some place.
The one with resident cities woman, she came around there.
Yes. Yes. They were around last week to support us.
Are we the only one that has the office in the country?
Yes, we are. Kaduna wants to have one. They are really hoping to join the network, but they haven't been successful.
So I mean, so you can see also that we're a bit ahead of our path.
Yes.
But also the challenges are real with us, so we cannot but take that leadership, role. And I think that if we, like you said, if we continue to give it all of the attention that it requires, right? It's not for today, it's for the medium to the long term, solutions that. So what has happened when we came back from Sheikh El Sheikh? What did you do? Sham Sheikh. Yeah, nothing has happened. But that's also where my problem when we all go to talk.
So what happened after Sham Sheikh? Because there was a lot of conversations we had around risk management, and we identified that there is a need to develop a risk management framework for Lagos itself. Yeah. So a risk management framework for residents. We've had conversations with World Bank since then. They've identified that the work we want to do is great. No other city, no other state, no other African country is thinking of classifying or doing what it is that we are planning to do. And they've said whilst they cannot support the full range of the work, as one of the things that they will support us with is development of a flood risk management plan, which is just one component. But we're saying that we need to do it in a way that it crosses the different sectors of the economy, sectors of the state. Yes. We know we cannot do that at once, but we can take it in bits. So I'll give you an example. When we did the preliminary residence assessment for Lagos State in 2019, one of the things that we identified at that point in time was the risk of civil unrest or riots. But we didn't track it to see if it was...
If it will go live.
Yes.
And we've seen it that we're susceptible to it.
Exactly.
And rightly so, if you have cities like this, of this number,
yes,
at the slightest possible provocation,
yes,
it could little things will trigger, yes. And that's why you see, snipers, incidents of commotion and unrest in certain places. It just erupt for 1 or 2 days, because if you don't have something to track it, so you are tracking it now.
So it's one of the things that we want to do.
So you need to work more with security agency, and also agencies that are right in the heart of the city, LASMA and all of, so that we can get feedback from them. What incidences have they noticed? What areas are usually prone to some of these very, and social media. Social media, I've been talking to them that it's such a strong, area where we need to. So social media, you are thinking regulation of monitoring.
So we're thinking monitoring, as in keyword searches, as in that goes and some sort of
when
predictive model.
You see someone, some names, you should track it. Some words.
Yes. So predictive models, AI. Let's see if we can actually do some sort of heat mapping to see whether
where this is coming from and what kind of language have been said.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much. It seems that the job is still real, and we have to continue to do it. I saw the social, so we have the social register here as well. Social protection. It's different from what they are doing at wealth creation. We have our own social, something different from what they are doing at wealth creation, which comes from is different. Or you work together.
We work together, sir. they work together, but usually what they do is they coordinate all the social activities. She's the director.
So they coordinate all
social protection.
So technically what they're doing at one part, they get
and they mine the data from them, from the single social
system. They monitor their what they're doing in sport.
So let me provide some light around it. We actually had a project that came in from the federal.
Is it like the NKF?
No, the National Social Sentinel Project, whereby we have the SOAP here generating the single social register, and we have the state's cash transfer unit paying out cash transfer to vulnerable households. So that has since ended as of December 2022, and now the HOSR has honorably approved that we will be forced into the social protection coordinating department, whereby we are able to now track in a holistic manner all social
everybody
interventions.
That are doing different social
exactly, sir. Whereby we are able to bring to you and to principals in the ministry a dashboard that will show at a glance what every.
So what line of communication do you have with other, agencies or ministries? What line of communication? How would they know?
We do have the social protection technical working group.
Which they call them?
Implementation technical working group.
So maybe once a month, once a two, so you tell them what they need to give to you.
Exactly, sir. And how they align with the Lagos State social policy.
Where does that sit? It sits here as coordinator.
Yes.
It sits as the coordinator, development partnership coordinator.
Around our complex in Alausa. First is really to thank all Lagosians for turning out in heavy rain yesterday to witness the swearing-in ceremony of Mr. Deputy Governor and my humble self under the very, very heavy God-pouring rain of blessing yesterday. And we thank God that everything went very, very well. And of course, the very next day is a work day for us. So we have to be able to show the Lagosians that we're ready for the job, and the job that we've started doing is ready to absorb us once again. And so today, I've gone around several ministries and commission offices in Alausa, Mr. Deputy and myself, and of course, led by the head of service, Mr. Kola, and a large body of permanent secretaries, to have on the spot assessment, encourage our staff, see what the environment looks like, and ask questions as into how should we hit the ground running again. We've actually hit it, but how should we ensure that everybody is on board? What are the new policy directions that we have? We've talked in my speech yesterday around the Teams Plus, how well do we begin to drive those additional new pillars into it. And it's not out of place. That's why we also came to Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Ministry of Budget and Planning, and rest relevant strategic ministries, like that, because it fits into, our game plan for the next 4 years. I'm indeed happy that we've received, very articulate responses from the public officers and civil servants that we spoke with. The environment is also clean. I'm happy that the ambience in which they're working is also very conducive, for them. And so our message really is to show to entire Lagosians that we have started work, we have resumed back at work, and we are indeed excited that the entire public service of Lagos State here in Alausa are ready to also continue to serve the good people of Lagos State. After this brief tour around, we also have another strategic meeting with the entire body of permanent secretary for us to be on the same page and know too well what are the immediate needs of action that we can sort out, and I get briefing from a whole lot of them. So, gentlemen of the press, thank you very much. That has been our activity today. Thank you.